Do it yourself!
Let's just dive right into the topic of this video, about story essential of visual metaphor. Oh, and we might also toss in some camera framing tips too. Just like this one, where the framing used is a combination of frame within a frame that traps them in an intimate conversation. Just the two of them, isolated from the outside world. Meanwhile, the wide shot gives a broad perspective, matching the audience's expectations that something good might come in from their relationship, which is not. And guess what? This scene also uses the rule of thirds, and it's pretty clear once you notice it. Because it might look awkward if they didn't have the bus stop sign in this corner. It would feel static and alienating if it were removed. If I were to ask you, would you rather work at a prestigious, famous, and cool place, but with 12-hour shifts? Or work at a place you enjoy with a only 5-hour workday? Which one would you choose? I think it's peaceful life. Well, from the first appearance, the plot story carries an interesting psychological concept, which is between an easygoing person and perfectionist characteristics. It's actually an interesting perspective where you can gain valuable experiences from its story, as it is also applicable in real life. But something really interesting happens in this scene when Takumin arrives at the school gate and sees other girls warmly greeting each other while she is alone. You can already feel the situation Takumin is experiencing by feeling isolated in solitude, while the other girls happily enjoy their time together. This is the visual metaphor. This concept creates a symbolic scene that represents the character's feelings, which means it doesn't need to show her emotional feelings in dialogue, but you still understand her situation. But it wouldn't be Iyashikei without some emotional escalation. That's really cute, right? Serufu's arrival lifts Takumi's gloomy feelings. And this scene clarifies that Takumin is now equal to the other girls from earlier. Just look at her beaming expression. This is the perfect show for an Iyashikei concept. If you're still unsure about visual metaphors, there are plenty of examples in this anime. This technique usually relies on the director's intuition. But if you're not confident in yours, here's another example you can learn. Like when Miku looks at the workshop where Serufu and Takumin are. This visual serves as a metaphor for humanity's longing for nature. It's similar to the concept of grounding, which has been gaining popularity as people begin to realize how essential nature is for a sustainable life. However, visual metaphors will be easy to apply when the story plot you create forces the metaphor concept to emerge naturally. What Serufu does here is another example. As you can see, Serufu acts like representing a gift to her senpai. Wait, is Takumi a gift? Yes, because she has an interesting idea. But Takumin isn't literally a gift. And that's the essence of metaphor. It's visualizing reality using a different depiction that resembles the situation. Have you got a good grasp of visual metaphor? Or maybe you need another example. This is a strong visual representation of a beast in a cage, a metaphor for Miku's anger and jealousy when she sees Serufu, who is happy and has many friends. This becomes even more unique later when Miku rejects Serufu, who wanted to make her a bench so they could play together again. Thinking that Serufu would be sad, Serufu actually looks happy and cheerful with her friends. And this completes the visual metaphor where Miku feels far away from Serufu,